Hello students, welcome to our online classes. I hope that all of you are good and healthy. So we had started electoral politics chapter 3 from civics class 9. In the previous class we discussed about the meaning of election, procedure of election and why do we need election. This is part 2 from the same chapter. And in today's class, we discussed about the political competition, what makes an election democratic, and the system of elections in India, electoral constituency. Let's start today's topic. Various forms of political competition. Elections are all about competition. Political competition takes place when different political parties compete to gain the confidence and the vote of the voters. They make promises and give incentives to motivate the voters to vote them. Incentives means some to give something or a payment that encourage a person to do something. So competition among several candidates for a party tickets. There are various forms of political competition. Competition for top position in the party, competition among political parties, and competition between the several candidates at constituency level. So let's discuss the merits and demerits of political competition. The merits are regular electoral competition provides incentives to the political parties and leaders. So it provides incentives to the political party and leaders. So this is beneficial, and they know that if they raise issue that people want to be raised, their popularity and chance of victory will increase in the next election. And if they fail, they can't win the next election. So people in the part people raise the issue that people want to be raised for gaining the popularity. If any party is motivated only by desires to be in power, even then it will be a force to serve the people. And political competition may cause divisions, ugliness, but it finally helps to force the political parties and leaders to serve the people. Political competition reveals the real motive of political parties. Political competition gives choice to voters to choose among the best. This is very good merit. And regular, if a political party is motivated only by a desire to be in power, even then it will be a force to serve the people. So this is all about the merits of political competition. Now what are the demerits? It creates a sense of disunity and functionalism in every locality. Different political parties and leaders often put allegations against each other. Allegations means a claim that someone has done for something illegal without any proof. So this is also a dirty trick. Parties and candidates often use dirty tricks to win the election. Pressure to win the electoral fights does not allow to sensible for long term policies to be formulated. And the competition led to the idea of being dragged into a unhealthy competition. That's why good people do not enter and participate in the political competition. So this is all about political competition, but some good people who may wish to serve the country, they do not enter in this field. So political competition, the best thing among political competition in, it gives the choices to voters to choose among the best. How we can call Indian elections are democratic? So what are the principles who are responsible for uh, for making Indian elections democratic? Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means all the citizens, they are getting a right to vote, and each person they have one vote must carry one value. Electoral choice, competition between political parties and between various candidates, and one party system is oppose the spirit of democracy. Elections at regular interval, so there are periodic elections in democracy for 5 years, for 6 years. Free and fair election. In a democracy, voters are not subject to pressure or fear, and they can choose the candidate according to their own wish. And elections are conducted in a free and fair manner where people choose the representatives whom they really wish. Political parties and candidates should be free to contest election and offer some real choice to the voters. So this is how makes the Indian elections democratic. Now, what are the different types of elections in India? So, the different types of election are general election, by-election, and midterms election. So, general election, the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections are held regularly every 5 years, and the Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha stands dissolves, and elections are held in all constituencies at the same time, either on the same day or within few days. So this is general election. And what is by election? The election held only for one constituency to fill the vacancy caused by death or resignation of a member. So this election is by election is done for only for one constituency, and general election is done for all the constituencies, and it held regularly after 5 years. Now, what is midterm election? The Lok Sabha may be dissolved before a term of 5 years, and midterm poll required to constitute a new house. In fact, the expression middle election has no legal significance because election to the Lok Sabha is invariably called a general election. So midterm election कब होते हैं? When the Lok Sabha is dissolved before its time. Before its time matlab before 5 years. So these are the three types of elections: general election, by election, and midterms election. Now, what is the meaning of constituency? In India, an area-based system of representation is followed. So in India, the system of representation, an area-based system of representation is followed. In this, the country is divided into different areas for the purpose of elections, and these different areas are called electoral constituencies, and every voter who lives in the area votes for one representative. And for Lok Sabha, the country is divided into 543 constituencies, and the representatives elected from each constituency is called Member of Parliament or MP. This is very familiar term, MP and MLAs. So for Lok Sabha election, there are how many constituencies are there? 543 constituencies, and the representatives elected from each constituencies are called as Member of Parliament or MPs. And now each state is divided into specific number of assembly constituencies, and the elective representatives from assembly constituencies is known as Member of Legislative Assembly or MLA. So this is also very familiar term, MLA. MLAs are the elected representatives from assembly constituencies. In the municipal and panchayat election, each village or town is divided into several wards like a constituency. So for municipal and panchayat election, the village or town are divided into wards, and sometimes these constituencies are counted as seats. and each constituency represent one seat in the assembly. For example, Lokdal won 60 seats in Haryana. It means that the candidates of Lokdal won in 60 assembly constituency. So constituency represent as counted as seats. So Lokdal won 60 seats in Haryana means that candidate of Lokdal won the 60 assembly constituencies. So this is all about today's topic. Thank you, students.